All right, so on today's stuff, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about series now instead of sequences. What a series is, just so that you guys know, it's when the terms of the sequence are added together. Okay? So you're going to do two things today. One of them is you're going to write them in what they call summation notation, which I'll show you. And the second is you're going to find the sum. So yesterday, you know how you guys gave me like the first 6 terms? The only difference is, yeah, you find the first 6 terms and then you add all the answers together. So that's what the summation is going to do. Okay? You're going to see something like this now. Okay, that is the Greek letter, and what it stands for is is sigma, but sigma stands for summation. Sum meaning to, what's the word sum mean? Add. Right, that's all it means. Now, what you're going to have here is you're also going to have something like this. You're going to have a letter down here with a number. That's telling you your starting point. And then you're going to have a number at the top, and that's telling you your stopping point. So you do every number from 1 to 6. Not just 1 and 6, but you put in every number from 1 to 6. So you're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can stop. What if it's from 1 to 4, and you only go to the 4th one, and then you stop? Okay? And then they'll give you an equation, such as something like this. 3i, bless you, plus 4. Okay? So, if they give that to you, just so that you guys know, bless you again, E. They give you I a lot of times, but I is not the square root of -1. This is not the same type of scenario as when you pulled your I out for those things. Okay? It's just a variable when it's in this particular context. So, the starting number is what number? 1, which means 3 times 1 plus 4 is how much? 7. 3 times 2 plus 4 is how much? 3 times 3 plus 4 is how much? 3 times 4 plus 4 is how much? 3 times 5 plus 4 is how much? And 3 times 6 plus 4 is how much? 22. Okay, now that you have all 6 terms, because of this symbol right there, you're going to add all the answers together. So what is 7 plus 10 plus 13 plus 16 plus 19 plus deuces? 87. And that's your answer. Okay? Half of your assignment is going to be doing this today. You plug in the number from the starting point to the stopping point, and then you add the answers together. So, what's different about yesterday's as compared to today's? Yesterday, I just had you find the first 6 terms. Now, today, take it one step further, add them all together. Okay? Do you want me to do another one like this? Okay. Not really. Just plug it in and go. Then, after that, the only other thing that you guys are going to have is you're going to have ones that look like this. It's going to say 25 plus 50 plus 75 plus plus 250. Now, what they did in this particular sequence or series in this matter is they put 3 dots. But notice they didn't put the 3 dots. Where did they put them? Did they put them at the end? No. Where did they put them? In the middle. The reason why they put them in the middle, just so that you guys are aware of it, is that they're going in that pattern, but they didn't want to write all the numbers in that pattern. Okay, so that's an option. We're going up by 25s. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. We're going up by 25s, up to 250. They just didn't want to write every number in that sequence. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take problems like this, and it's going to ask you to write it in summation notation, which means this. You have to get it into this type of scenario. So very similar to yesterday, where you were writing the rule. So, the number, what letter would you like to use, by the way? N, okay. N equals 1. We'll start with the first one being at 1. Now, if I use the first one being n, or the first term is what number? 25. So if I said that the first one was 25, so that's 1 times 25. Then the second one, what would I multiply 2 by to give me 50? 25. How about 3? Is that my pattern? Yeah. So what's changing? The number that I'm inserting, but the number that stays consistent is so 25n. That's your rule. And what number do you stop at? No. What number that I'm putting in do you stop at? 25 times 25 is not 250. 10. Okay? I'm stopping at 250, but 25 times 25 is not 250. So what times 25 gives you 250 is 10. Sarah? No, absolutely not. You do not need to find the missing numbers. This, Sarah, is your answer. You're just writing the rule. Okay? I'll give you another one. 1/2 plus 2/3 plus 3/4 plus 4/5 plus bop, bop, bop. What does it mean when the 3 dots are at the end? It goes on forever, which we called yesterday a what? Infinite. So what symbol do you think we're going to have? An infinity symbol. Where? On the top. My infinity symbols are horrible. That's like the one math symbol, like just for whatever reason I can't write right. It's not. I'm not going to lie to you.
Mine looks pretty good.
Okay, now as far as the rule goes, come up with the rule. So when you look at the top, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to keep going 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So when we say n, we're just saying that that number just keeps increasing every time because you're putting in from 1 to infinity. So what's my top? Just n. How is the bottom in relation to the top? They go up by 1. But looking at each individual fraction, 1's on the top, 2 is on the bottom. Then you go 2 is on the top, 3 is on the bottom.
Is it n plus 1?
Then this one is plus 1 because that one's 1 more than the bottom than the top. Right. N over n plus 1. Rule. So half of your assignment is going to be doing this, where you write the rule. And the other half of your assignment is going to be where you find the terms that they're asking you for and then add them together. Yes, sir. You don't have to physically, not describe what's happening. This is just the rule. You're just finding this today. The n is, when you plug in numbers, Sarah, like when I put in to get the first term, I'm putting in the number 1. Then when I put the second term, I put in the number 2. So that's how the n on the top goes up by 1 every time, because when I go to the third term, I'm putting in 3. Fourth term, I put in 4. Fifth term, I put in 5. And I just that's how that keeps increasing, just because of the numbers that you have to put in. You don't keep putting in the number 1 every time, because otherwise you have the same number every time.
So if it would be like n plus 1 over n plus 1, it'd be 1 each time.
If you put n plus 1 over n plus 1, you'd have, well, first of all, when you put in 1, you'd have 2 over 2. Then if you put in 2, then you have 3 over 3. Then 4 over 4, 5 over 5, which would be 1, yes. All right, what do you guys think? Do you want me to do any more? Since you don't, those 4, 32, 34, 36, and 37 is where you had to write it in summation notation. So you're trying to find that rule. Then 40, 41, 46, 47, and 50 is where you find all the terms that it's asking you for and then add them together. So very similar to what you did yesterday, just add all the pieces together. And then 53.